This girl's boyfriend just got promoted, but she can't bring herself to feel happy. Because right after the promotion, Jack announces his engagement to his boss's daughter. And just like that, Alice gets dumped. Turns out, their office strictly forbids workplace romances. So for the past 3 years, no one has known about their relationship. Now, Alice's world collapses. Tears fill her eyes, and she quietly leaves the party. Back home, she turns on the gas, trying to end her pain once and for all. But a message sound from her computer snaps her back to reality. Calming down, Alice checks the message. It's from a stranger in Los Angeles named Amanda, asking if she can rent Alice's cottage. Turns out, Amanda has just gone through something similar. Amanda runs a film advertising company. Strong, confident, a real boss woman. But in love, she always fails. 3 days ago, her boyfriend dumped her. He cheated, yet blamed her for being a workaholic. Furious, Amanda punched him. But once home, the anger turned into emptiness. She couldn't even cry. Thinking back on every breakup, she realizes they all said the same thing. Maybe she really needs to change. So, she decides to drop work, escape the city, and breathe again. That's when she messages Alice. Alice replies that the house isn't for rent, but they can swap. She also needs a change of scenery. 2 heartbroken women, one in London, one in Los Angeles, make a bold decision, exchange homes for 2 weeks. They start chatting online, describing their habits, their personalities, how tidy they are. Soon, both women begin their house swap journey. After a long trip, they finally reach each other's homes. Alice arrives first. She checks the address over and over, stunned. In front of her stands a mansion. She explores every corner, amazed. The grand living room, open-air pool, modern kitchen, and soft bed. It all feels like a dream. Suddenly, the doorbell rings. A man named Miles, a music composer, shows up. He's here to pick up his friend's laptop, but instead finds Alice. When a gust of wind blows dust into her eye, he gently removes it after asking her permission. His warmth leaves her smiling. Alice tells him to come back tomorrow while she checks with Amanda's assistant. Just when it seems like a romantic spark, Miles's girlfriend shows up. They leave together. Yet his sunny personality and kind words light up Alice's mood, like Los Angeles sunlight chasing away her gloom. That night, Alice lies in bed and presses a button near the pillow. The curtains close automatically. For someone from the countryside, this feels like magic. Meanwhile, Amanda's trip is far less smooth. Her driver stops halfway, saying he can't drive further into the narrow road. So, Amanda hauls her luggage through the snow, slipping in her heels, frustrated but determined. When she finally reaches Alice's little rose cottage, she's surprised, but also relieved. The small house feels peaceful, far from her stressful city life. Here, she can play loud music, drink wine, and dance freely. For the first time, she feels truly relaxed. But as the night fades, loneliness slowly creeps in. Maybe coming here was a mistake. Just as she's about to sleep, a sudden knock breaks the silence. Standing outside is a handsome man. Her heart skips a beat. While he goes to the bathroom, she quickly fixes her hair and straightens her clothes. The man is Graham, Alice's brother. He's drunk and explains he often crashes here after nights out. Amanda, slightly flustered, starts talking nonstop about herself, her breakup, and why she's staying here. Graham listens with gentle amusement. He's glad his sister finally went on a trip to heal. He asks if he can stay the night. Amanda hesitates, but only for a second. Then she nods. Moments later, things take a turn neither expected. They share a look, then a kiss. To both their surprise, the night ends in passion. The next morning, Alice wakes up to a call from her ex. The shameless man says he wants her to help review his new novel. Hearing this, Alice feels her heart twist again. Every time she's about to forget him, he always finds a way to reappear. She knows he doesn't love her anymore, yet she can't bring herself to hang up. Unable to fall back asleep, Alice decides to take a drive to the seaside, hoping the ocean breeze can clear her mind. On the way, she spots an old man limping along the road. Her kind heart won't let her just pass by, so she pulls over to check on him. Turns out, he's simply lost. Alice offers to give him a ride home, and this small act of kindness will soon change her life forever. They arrive at his house, and Alice is stunned. The old man turns out to be a famous Hollywood screenwriter. His home is filled with trophies, awards, even an Oscar for Best Screenplay. But heroes also grow old. Alice glances at the cold meal on the table and realizes he must live alone. She immediately invites him to dinner. Over the meal, the old man shares stories from his glorious past. At 17, he volunteered at MGM Studios when chaos broke out one day. That single decision changed everything. The next morning, he got hired and later became a top writer. Alice listens like an eager child. Then the old man asks softly, "Why would a beautiful young woman like you be alone in a foreign country?" The question hits hard. Tears well up as Alice tells him everything. The breakup, the betrayal, her pain, her confusion. She wants to move on but always ends up trapped again. The old man comforts her gently. Everyone is the lead in their own story. Some choose to be the supporting role for the one they love, like a mother or a loyal partner. But if you're tied to someone who doesn't love you, it's time to take back control of your life. His words clear the fog in her heart. That night, Alice decides to live for herself. Meanwhile, on the other side, Amanda awkwardly fiddles with the coffee machine the next morning. After their night together, she's unsure what to say. Graham, on the other hand, seems completely relaxed. Suddenly, his phone rings. The screen shows a call from a girl named Sophie. He doesn't answer, but quickly explains, "My life's complicated." Amanda immediately assures him, "Don't worry, I'm not going to fall in love with you. I don't even think I can." She says she's leaving tomorrow. Graham looks at her with a hint of surprise, then smiles, saying, "If you change your mind, I'll be at the pub tonight with some friends." At the airport, Amanda keeps replaying last night in her head. His warmth, his eyes, the way he held her. She can't let it go. The scene shifts. Amanda is back at Alice's cottage, and it's already the next morning. She can barely remember what happened at the bar last night. As for why Graham is here, it turns out the drunk Amanda kept begging him to stay. Just as Amanda's blushing over her reckless behavior, Graham's phone rings again, this time from a girl named Olivia. He answers with a bright smile, chatting happily outside. Amanda feels a sting of jealousy. Her reaction doesn't escape Graham's eyes. She knows this relationship might end soon, but she still can't stop falling for him. In this quiet countryside, far from her usual chaos, Amanda finally opens her heart. They share their secrets, her heartbreak over betrayal, and the deeper wounds from childhood. She tells him how her family once fell apart overnight, how that pain made her unable to cry ever since. Graham, however, is the opposite. He cries easily. A movie, a book, a birthday card, anything can move him to tears. Two opposites, perfectly balancing each other. Maybe fate really brought them together. After dinner, they play like kids in the park, laughing, chasing, holding hands. But when they return home, Amanda stops him at the door. The speed of their closeness scares her. She's happy, but terrified, afraid of being hurt again, afraid this won't last. And most of all, she'll be leaving in 9 days. That night, emotion wins over reason. Amanda drives to Graham's house and rings the bell. The door is slightly open, but Graham doesn't invite her in. She senses something's off. Then a little girl walks out, followed by another. It turns out those two little angels are Graham's daughters, the same ones who called earlier. When Amanda steps inside, she quickly looks around, trying to see if there's another woman in the house. Graham smiles and explains that he's single. 2 years ago, his wife passed away, and since then, he's been both father and mother. He's learned to cook, sew, and even buy ballet skirts on weekends. Life has been busy, but lonely. He admits he never thought any woman would want to live with a man raising 2 kids. So, knowing Amanda would leave in 9 days, he chose not to tell her the truth. Amanda doesn't get angry. Instead, she understands. She lies down inside the little girl's fairy tale tent, surrounded by laughter and warmth. For a moment, they feel like a real family of 4, but both adults know this happiness won't last. One lives in the countryside of London, the other in Los Angeles. Their worlds are too far apart, and love between them hangs in a delicate balance. Meanwhile, Miles rings the bell again at the LA house. Seeing him, Alice warmly invites him to a party she's hosting. Since his girlfriend is away filming, Miles happily joins. Despite his goofy charm, he fits right in with the Hollywood crowd, even lighting up the whole room with his humor. When the guests leave, he stays to help Alice clean up. They talk, laugh, and realize they share the same tastes in music and movies. Before leaving, they agree to watch a film together next time. The next morning, Alice brings a letter to the old writer's house. Inside is an invitation to a Lifetime Achievement Award ceremony, but the old man barely glances at it and tosses it in the trash. Alice is confused. He admits he doesn't want to walk on stage with a cane, doesn't want people to see him weak. Alice can tell he still cares deep down. With his permission, she opens the envelope and reads it aloud. The British Writers Guild wants to honor him for his lifetime of achievements. Determined, Alice decides to help him recover and walk proudly again. During their training, Miles calls and invites Alice to spend Christmas Eve with him. She agrees with a smile. But later that day, while choosing a movie together, Miles spots his girlfriend in another man's arms. Just like that, his world collapses. Alice comforts him softly. She's been there too. They both know what it's like to love someone who doesn't deserve you. But Alice also realizes something. The time you think you've wasted will one day lead you somewhere better, and slowly, those wounds will heal. Their bond grows stronger. They help the old man pick a suit, and Miles, being a composer, writes a beautiful theme song for the ceremony and a love piece for Alice. He may not be classically handsome, but his heart is pure and full of warmth. Back in England, Amanda and Graham begin facing reality. The distance between them looms large. Graham believes long-distance love can still be romantic, but Amanda is doubtful. No matter how strong, love fades when miles stretch between hearts. Yet after these few days together, Graham is deeply in love. He doesn't want to think about the future, only about cherishing the present. And somehow, Amanda decides to do the same. Meanwhile, just as Alice is finally ready to move on, her ex suddenly shows up at her door with a fake smile and a gift. He begs her to be friends again, but what he really wants is a secret affair, and for her to keep helping him right. But this time, Alice isn't the same. She's seen more, felt more, and finally grown stronger. She firmly says no, and kicks him out of her life for good. For the first time, she truly becomes the leading woman in her own story. Soon after, the night of the award ceremony arrives. Wearing a black gown, Alice walks proudly beside the old man. Step by step, he makes his way to the stage, steady and smiling. The crowd cheers as he receives his Lifetime Achievement Award. In the audience, Miles turns to Alice and quietly asks, "What are you doing for Christmas Eve?" But by then, her vacation is over. She's already back in England. Without hesitation, Miles replies, "Then I'll go to England too." The 2 weeks of house exchange pass quickly. Amanda gets a call from Los Angeles. Her company needs her back urgently. Graham, too, has his daughters to care for. So, the two say their reluctant goodbyes. After one last kiss, Amanda gets into the car and slowly drives away from the small town. On the road, she looks down at the plane ticket in her wallet. A strange unease rises in her chest. Then suddenly, to her surprise, tears roll down her cheeks. She touches them and laughs, because for the first time in years, she's crying again. Without hesitation, she tells the driver to turn around. Amanda runs back toward Rose Cottage. She bursts through the door and finds Graham inside, secretly wiping away his own tears. Turns out, when love is real, distance means nothing. Hearts that truly connect can cross oceans and time zones. Two women who once swore off love have, through fate, found it again, and in doing so, rediscovered themselves. That Christmas Eve, both couples, and the two little angels, celebrate together in the warm glow of the cottage, their laughter filling the night with joy and peace.